It's been a while. I've been very, very busy with other things as life goes. I don't think I've mentioned this before, but well, basically, I have a full time job and I'm also doing a master's thesis on the side. And I'm just trying to finish everything before the summer break so that I can just take some time off and relax and be outside. So I thought this was also a good time to do a mid-year check because time just went by and clearly I've got many projects going on. So let's see what's going on here. I have all this cart that I want to sort through and separate per project. And I think I want to start with this hand spun white yarn undyed. And it occurred to me that I always gift my spouse socks for Christmas. And the worst thing is that they're store bought. They're woolen socks, yes, but I didn't make them. That stops now. So here we go. This white yarn has quite a lot of potential. This was my first hand spun yarn. Can you believe it? Wow. Now when I look back at it, it's like, how did I even manage this? Amazing. So I will put everything that I will knit for socks in this basket. I will knit as many socks as I can with all this yarn because he goes through quite a lot of socks, like the woolen socks, because that's all he wears around the house. And I realized that I buy quite a lot, but that's just a bit stupid because I can be knitting socks. So that's one type, and then I'll use the one that I spun this year to also make socks. And it was so smooth. I mean, not smooth, soft. It wasn't even scratchy at all. So I think he won't mind. He won't mind. So I'll use all of that. White socks basket. Oh yes, and then I have all these cedar wood trinkets to avoid nasty critters. This is officially the sock basket. So, one project identified. Alright, my second project relates to the bane of my existence right now. Wow, the birds are really loud out today. I wonder if you hear that. Anyway, I tried to make a turtleneck out of this, but I'm just not having a pleasant experience whatsoever. So it's just gonna be like a shirt. And I have this much left, and I hope to be done with it soon. It's the last time I buy superwash and the last time I buy an advent calendar. So the reason I'm bringing this up is that I want to finish this as soon as possible just to get rid of it. I mean, it looks nice, I'll wear it, but the knitting experience, no good. So once I finish that, I'm guessing I will have some of this left over. That in combination with this leftover, which is also the same superwash fingering weight, and another full skein of the same. I'm thinking of making multiple Sophie scarves. They're quite easy to make, it goes really quick, and I notice that I wear them quite often in the office. And it's because it's cold, and I get cold and I'm either wearing a jacket or something, but somehow it feels more pleasant in the office when I'm wearing one of those small scarves. So I'll make a bunch of those with this. I think it'll look nice if I end up mixing these two, and then like that. And then once I run out of this, then I'll just do this, either with this or, one moment, with this, or a combination of both. So that's one project. Another project selected. Sophie scarves. And these are great because if you are traveling, especially during the summer or whatever, they're really easy to pack and go. Like, you're not taking a humongous project like a sweater with you, like that you're afraid to lose your needles or something, because the Sophie scarf is just like a long strip. So this is a good summer project for me, and then I can just be done with this. And because the Sophie scarf is a traveling project, I will put it in a tote. That way I can just, if I'm traveling or something, I can just pick it up and go with it. I just have to put the pattern in there as well. So, 3 types of mohair, leftover skein, and if I have any of the other leftovers from that knitted shirt that I'm making. So that goes in here. The traveling Sophie scarf. Nice. Next in line is this orange alpaca silk. I have 3 of them, and I also have, let's have a look here. I also have this 100%, was it Norwegian wool? Oh, it doesn't say, but it's 100% wool. So the reason I originally got this is to test out my acid dyes. So what I think I'll do is I will dye this forest green. I have a greenish dye, like a dark green. And I think the combo of dark green and this orange will look good. I like opposing colors, like they're interesting. So I'll make either maybe a cardigan. It depends if I have enough yarn, but I will for sure make a top. So I will use this, and I have 4 of these that I will dye. So this little basket here is its own project. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm feeling really productive right now. I mean, it's organized and it has purpose, and I can just get to it. Then there is mohair. This I will just have to spin with a spindle. And you know what? I'm going to be really adventurous and make a Turkish style spindle. And then once I do that, then I'll spin this. I think that's a fun project. Like I like the side projects, especially if it's woodwork. That's fun. That's fun. So we'll leave this one to the side because it's a bit more complicated making a Turkish spindle, although I'm no woodworker. No. Oh no. I found more superwash wool. That is unfortunate. Oh, it's only one skein though. No, there's two here. Okay. How many skeins do you need to make a sock? We will try to make a sock from this. Maybe it ends up being one sock, and then I have similar type, but I can tell by the feel of this that this is not superwash. Maybe I'll make like the bottom non-superwash, or the other way around. The bottom's superwash and then the top wool. Like I can combine both, and then that way I can make a pair. I mean, I gotta stay focused here. And I have this as well. Was that the same as this? It's not. This will also end up being socks. So it will go into the sock basket. More socks. Socks. Ah, I guess my husband got lucky this year, huh? You know what? I changed my mind. Let's go back into the sock basket. Here we go. You know what? Let's take out the superwash because it's doing me no good. Like the moment I put this here, I became uninspired, and I know it's not gonna end up being good enough for what I want this to be. So I'm not gonna get rid of it. I'll use it as scraps for other things, like maybe the leader on my wheel or when I'm tying up spun yarn. So it'll be like functional scrap yarn. I can live with that. This has been downgraded to that. And the reason I say that is because this is nice. You can tell it's wool by the texture and how it looks. Or the other one is also wool, but non-superwash. And I also have of the same type in gray, and I don't have enough for a whole project, like a sweater or a top. So I will combine these again to make socks. I mean, we go through a lot of socks, so I'm not sorry. It's always winter here. So you know what? Half of this year, let's put it like this. Half of this year is going to be dedicated to socks. Yes, I am determined. And that's what is undecided so far. These two are gonna be left for weaving, as well as this one. I haven't made my Norwegian belt. Well, they're reserved for that, so I'm not gonna bother for now. And then these two, they are so pretty. I don't know. Do you guys have any ideas? All right, I decided we just have to be hardcore decisive. with this, I will use it with the Icelandic wool, and I will make some sort of top. Who knows what that will end up being. And if I end up needing more Icelandic wool, then you know what? I'm just gonna get more. It's 250 grams. So we'll see. But I won't be sorry if I need to get more to finish up a project, because that would look really nice. And the same thing with these. I will use it with whatever I spin up next. So I think these will go in this basket. We just have to be decisive. Otherwise, it's not going to get done. And then I have this left over, which I think goes in the Sophie scarf.
I spin my wool with my wooden tool in the moonlight all night long.
And then there's this mess. This is how I store my needles. I just leave them in their original packaging. There is no better way of storing these. Just have these like with a rubber band. And then if I'm traveling, it's like my notions bag. I just put the bare minimum. Like there's some markers in here and a measuring band and a nail filer, and then whatever needles I'm using then, and usually like a small blade or scissors like this. And that's it. Like I don't carry more than that. And then I gotta finish this sad thing here. But otherwise, I think I have made a plan for everything. I feel like this is achievable. How many socks do you think I'll end up doing with this? I'm gonna give it a solid 6, maybe? I have no idea. It's the next day, early, and I thought I would prep my Sophie scarf bag so that it's ready on the go if I'm going out or whatever and just want to take a project with me, because this is not in correct form. So I'll make a cake out of that. a quick review on the Leica yarn winder. I think it works great. It's very neat and it's really jumbo sized. This. My only problem, which I don't think it's a problem at all, is just maybe a maintenance issue. It needs a lot of oiling because it's wood and then some of these parts are metal and then it squeaks sometimes. So it comes with some oil, but I don't like that one. So I actually use something else. So yeah, other than that, I'm very happy with this purchase. This works well and it's neat. So yeah, got the needles and the markers that I need. This bag is probably too big for this, but whatever. Then the yarn that I need, and then I put this also in another little bag so that it just doesn't fall apart. And then the pattern. Usually I get patterns, but then I have to write them in my own words because, well, I'm special. Yes, so this is ready to go. Let's call this part 1 of the summer videos. I do intend on filming a bit more often now that things are slowing down, but I'm not quite sure when I will get to the editing part. As I mentioned in my previous video, am very much jealous of the people that can participate in Tour de Fleece. I don't think I will manage this year, but who knows? Maybe my ambitions are to start a new sort of trend where we can have something similar in the winter time, because in the summer it's a no-go for me. Anyway, see you next time.